Hi, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna be continuing part 2 of Gojo versus Toji, and I'll be just pointing out things I see story-wise, character-wise, things about the lore of JJK. If I see anything, I'll ask some questions, raise some questions, have some dialogue in the comments too, if possible. But anyways, cool. Alright, let's get on with it. Alright, there he is. Toji's like, hold on. Is that a ghost?
久しぶり。
マジか。
大マジ。元気ピンピンだよ。
反転術式。
RCT.
でっかい。お前に喉ぶち抜かれた時、反撃は諦めて反転術式に全神経を注いだ。重力が負のエネルギー。肉体の強化はできても再生することはできない。だから負のエネルギー同士を反転術式。言うは安し。俺も今までできたことねえよ。
Simple math, I guess.
こいつ。ハイになってる。
It does look high.
お前の敗因は俺を首ちょんぱしなかったことと頭をぶっ刺すのにあの呪具を使わなかったこと。
Right, he used the wrong tool. I wonder why. Convenience? Oh, he just didn't think about it.
そうかもな。
So fast. Not fast enough, so. I love his blade work. The way he flips that thing around is insane. So Gojo just teleported behind him. Red. Power to repel. Ooh, so right there. Yeah, right there. Toji uses the inverted spear of heaven to block red. My question is, the inverted spear of heaven is supposed to be a curse technique nullifying tool, and when you use it here, if it nullifies the technique, shouldn't red be like, shouldn't it not work? But it does work here, so I'm assuming it depends on the output, because here Toji blocks it, which minimizes the damage. I would imagine if he didn't block it, it would do considerable damage to him. So blocking it, although it had so much output, I guess it was too much for the tool. So I guess that's it. There's somewhat of there's a certain amount that the inverted spear of heaven can nullify to a certain degree. It can't just nullify any technique, I would imagine. Because initially, when he did use it against Gojo initially, I would imagine Gojo was fatigued and his output, his cursed energy output applied to his technique probably wasn't at his best. So maybe that's why the tool easily cut through his infinity. And yeah, so I guess it doesn't completely nullify. If not, I don't know, maybe you can add some more intel in the comments, but that's interesting how that is. But I would imagine if he didn't block it, it would have been pretty bad for Toji here. It's just floating. It's just in a world of his own. Right.
生まれた生のエネルギーをてめえに刻まれた無加減の術式に流し込んだってわけか。
There you go. You gotta know your opponent. And Toji knows his opponent very well. Right. Yep. Right. Something he didn't take into account though. Yep. No, I got this. It's all good. Been here before. But yeah, like I was saying, he knows his opponent and he knows what he can do, knows what he can't do, and in this moment he thought he could do it, but unfortunately he didn't take some things into account. Hits every time. Mm-hmm. Wow.
ユイが独尊
Damn.
代々伝える送電の術式メリットは取説があることデメリットは術式の情報
Right. Everybody can easily know about it.
全員家の人間だろう無加減呪術のことはよく知ってるんだだがこれは
I believe that chain that he has. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the chain, I think it has a name. The chain of 1,000 miles or something? I forgot. But I wonder. We'll talk about it later. Right. Purple, this was his first time using it. Toji, fortunately, this is what he didn't take into account.
ただ働きなんてごめんだね。いつもの俺ならそう言ってとんずらこいた。
Right.
だが、目の前には覚醒した無加減呪術の使い手。おそらく現代最強となった術師。否定したくなった。ねじ伏せてみたくなった。俺を否定した全
Oh
員家。
man.
呪
They
術界
do this
そ
shot
の頂点を
transition quite a lot in the
自分を
series.
肯定するために。
And it's cool every
い
time.
つもの自分を曲げちまった。
Oh my
その
god.
時点で負けていた。
Yeah. Let his pride get in the way. Pride, anger. Because Gojo
それ
represents,
は捨てたろ
right, the very thing
う。自分も他人も尊ぶことない。
that abandoned him.
そういう
Jujutsu
人を
Society.
選んだんだろうが。
Oh. I like what he says there. He says
それは捨て
that
た
I'd
ろう。
abandoned that pride.
自分も他人も
I
尊ぶ
thought
こと
you
ない
had。chosen to live without respecting yourself or anyone else. Right. Choosing not to look for validation from other people. I feel like he thought taking down the pinnacle of Jujutsu Society right now, which is the very thing that abandoned him, you know, from the Zenin clan to having no cursed energy, which was the reason why he was kind of an outcast in his own clan. Him taking down the pinnacle of Jujutsu Society, Gojo, the strongest sorcerer possibly in that time, right? Not even possible. He was the strongest sorcerer. At least as far as Toji knew, the strongest sorcerer to date, and taking him down would have been very validating for him. And maybe he thought that would bring some acceptance from his clan, some respect. But yeah, that was unfortunately his downfall. Very interesting. But what I wanted to talk about was that chain of his that he uses attached to the inverted spear of heaven right here. I forget what it's called. I guess I'll look it up. Something about 1,000 miles or something, 1,000 miles chain. I wonder if it's probably, I don't know if it's explained upon, it's probably somewhere in the manga. The chain of 1,000 miles is a special grade curse tool that was used by Toji Fishiguro. It is a mysterious chain that can keep extending its length forever as long as the back end is hidden from view. Wow, that is so cool. I always wondered about that since the first time I heard about the name. That is so cool. So it can just keep going forever. Look at that. That is so sick. It's so much stuff. I'm learning new things. See, it was good that I watched this show again. This clip. So another thing. So Gojo basically awakened reverse curse technique, RCT in short, and that allowed him to be able to use red. And on top of being able to heal himself, of course, refresh his brain, refresh his body, all the fatigue, so that he comes back fresh. And in the process of awakening RCT, he gained red, of course, which was harder to do before. Now he's able to do it. And with that, he could then be able to use red and blue simultaneously by combining them to create an imaginary mass, which is purple. And they explain it here as, yeah, an imaginary. I'm not really sure what that means, but I guess taking the properties of both red and blue, blue attracting, red pushing, repelling. So I'm assuming purple does both at the same time. So in turn, it's just absolutely shredding things, pulling, pushing at the same time. So just absolutely annihilating anything in this path. And yeah, that was unfortunate. But for Toji, that was an unfortunate way to die. But yeah, he was a really cool character. He is a really cool character. I hoped he would stay in the story a lot longer, but he didn't, which is yeah, it is what it is. But at the same time, he did leave his impact on the show going forward. If you think about a lot of the events that happened in the show, because they started here. A lot of it started here, from Gojo's awakening to Geto's demise. Okay, maybe that's a spoiler. We'll stop it there too. Geto's whole thing. I hope that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil anything for others that may be watching this clip and haven't seen anything. But yeah, but if you've watched season 1, you already know about Geto's situation. So I don't think that was a spoiler. But there's other things, going forward that Toji influenced. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. It's been nice hanging out with you. Peace.